The Daily Purge. Yes, here we are. It's Friday, ready to rock and roll for the weekend. If you have a weekend, some people do, some people don't. It doesn't really matter. Either way, you probably have some days off along the way. If you're an entrepreneur, you take days off as you wish, hopefully. That's what being an entrepreneur is all about. Freedom. I'm talking about that today. Freedom. Freedom. What the heck does that mean? Steven's on a rant again, huh? Freedom. Do you remember when David Hasselhoff sang that song? I want freedom. It was a German thing. Anyway, so he was actually famous in Germany as a singer, believe it or not, David Hasselhoff. So I'm sharing this around real quick, and then we'll get started. Hey, what's up, Joseph Wynn? How you doing, brother? Hello, yo. Hope all is well. Joseph. Hey, Stephen, was great today in class. Hey, thanks, Mohammed. Great. I didn't realize you were there. Thanks so much. Pretty cool, you know. Clubhouse famous, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I hope you're doing fantastic. Thanks for tuning in. As always, it's a true pleasure to be listened to by you because you have no reason to. Thanks. Oh, good to hear, brother. Guten Tag, Daniel. All right, so check it out. You can begin now. Thanks, Jared. I appreciate that. I was waiting for you. That's why I didn't want to start. Anyway, so I wanted to do this title because speak your truth uncompromisingly or live a life you don't control. And, you know, it's come up like 5 or 6 times now in the last 2 days. Thanks, Chris. What's up, brother, man? Good to see you. Hey, Michael. Good to see you too, man. And so it's come up the past couple of days, like you can either live your life the way you want to live your life or life's going to live the heck out of you, right? It's going to ream the heck out of you. And what does that mean? That means when you believe in something, which that something should be yourself, you don't compromise. You don't compromise on that. You don't bend who you are. You don't change who you are to fit someone else's wishes or a company's wishes, or you want this position, so you got to act like this. Oh, now you're going to start doing this because that is required, you know? Hey, Samuel Jimenez, what's up, brother? My Desert Storm brother. And I see this so often that you meet somebody and you're like, dude, man, you've totally changed. Yeah, I got a new job and this, that, and the other. And you're like, wow, man, you changed for the job. Yeah, well, I had to. Well, that's taking you away from your true freedom. That's taking you away from your true core of who you are. And okay, some people are like, Stephen, I don't care about who I am. I need to make money and I need to make a living. Well, that need to make money and that need to make a living, hey, Phoenix, is exactly why you still need it. You know, we were talking today in Clubhouse, and there's a session about fitness, and people were talking about, you got to do this, you got to do that, all these tips and tricks, which is important. And the one guy said, look, man, wine comes from grapes. Grapes are fruit, right? Fruit Loops, the cereal, comes from fruit. So that's fruit. You can eat that too. And he was making a joke, but I said, you know, actually, your body reacts to your subconscious. And if your subconscious believes you're eating good and you're thin, then you're going to be thin, unless, of course, you gouge, right? And vice versa. If you think that everything you eat is going to make you fat, you're probably going to be fat, right? And that's because 95% of your entire world is based upon your subconscious. 95% of everything that's real is based on your subconscious, not on your conscious, right? So that's just an example of what I'm talking about. So if you believe that you need to make money and therefore you can't break away and be an entrepreneur, if you think that you have to go out and make money every single day or you can't pay your bills, you see all these negativities, have to, need to, can't pay. These are all negatives. Yeah? I have paid, not I must pay. Right? And living in the present. So there's, you know, people talk about gratitude. They talk about journaling. They talk about journaling. You have to write, I have $1 million, not I will get $1 million. That's what they say, right? Well, there's another way to look at it. I'm grateful for the $1 million I just received. Or there's so many ways to do it, but it's all about that internal dialogue, right? And that internal dialogue should be aligned with your core principles and who you are as in your identity. And it drives me mad. You see people, they're good people, they're knowledgeable, they're straightforward, and they're not who they are. They're acting like somebody else. You see it on them. And people who have command presence, most people, let's not talk about the military with rank, but people who you know who have command presence, what's the one thing they have in common? They freaking know who they are, right? And I don't mean command presence like, you better listen to me. I'm talking to someone who doesn't have to say a word and they own the room. That's what I'm talking about. They know who they are, and they're uncompromising with it. And that doesn't mean that you got to be an ass. Hey, Arnie, how you doing, brother? That doesn't mean you have to be an ass and be hard, like you deal with it my way, or don't do it. It's my way or the highway. I'm not talking about that at all. Not at all. I'm talking about you owning your shit, period. That's it. Doesn't matter about the outside. The outside has nothing to do with what's real. It's only a reflection or an interpretation of what you are on the inside. You want to change the outside? You got to change the inside. You want to change your body? You got to change your mind. You know, it's all connected. And so when we try to do, I'm going to get a job and then I'm going to live my life over here. Well, good luck. You know, some people are okay with that. But a lot of those people, and this might come across rude, but a lot of those people are considered sheeple. Hey, Denise, yes, let your light command the room. Speaking of lights, Denise is a bright one. Awesome to have you again. My presence is my power. You know it, girl. She's awesome. And so a lot of those people that say, look, I have a 9-to-5 job, then I shut down, I do my thing, I go to Walmart, buy my food and whatever, and I get drunk on Saturdays, and then Sunday, I hate Sunday because I got to go work on Monday. Hey, Joe, what's up, brother? They're the people that people call sheeple. So let's take those aside. I don't know. Maybe that's 50% of society, maybe even more. I don't know. Then you have the entrepreneurs. Then you have the entrepreneurs that are out there doing their thing and trying to make the world a better place, or at least their world a better place. And let's touch on that for a second. You want to have an impact? You want to go out and demonstrate? Well, that's not going to have an impact. It'll have an impact on your knees and your ankles because you're walking for 20 miles. You want to have a real impact. Okay, look, group, yes, it sways public opinion, but you personally want to have a personal impact, then you got to have an impact in your life, in your direct line of impact, in your life enterprise, in your world. How do you do that? I mean, it's like at work. If you're at work or you're employed somewhere and you want something to change, but you're not in charge to make it change, just start making a change in your department. Start being that person, right? Start being that leader. What's this downtime you speak of? Oh, man, I work 7 days a week, 14 hours a day. Jared, well, you need to change that, brother. I keep telling you, man, you're an entrepreneur. You're not supposed to be doing that. Hustle and grinding are two cool words that someone made up to put on a freaking t-shirt to make you feel better about working way too much. If you're working 14, 18 hours a day, my man, you can do that short term, but it should be leading somewhere. If that's sustainable, I mean, if you're sustained working that much, then you need to change something. You need to automate, you need to delegate, you need to expand, scale, grow, sell, buy, acquire. You need to do something to make that less than 14, 18 hours a day. That's way too much, brother. It's going to be a stress factor for you very soon if it isn't already. Anyway, so what I'm talking, Stephen, where do you start if you don't know who you really are? Chris, brother, and it's funny you say that because it's right here. And I'm not saying this because this is our book. I'm saying this because in this book, you will find out the very first chapter is finding your identity. Not only do you get a story about how we were lost, you get a lesson from that story, and then you get the exact action steps of how you can unleash and uncover your own personal identity. And the reason you want to find your own personal identity is because then you know your zone of power. Who are you really? Then your purpose crystallizes in front of you. And once your purpose is there, then you can align that with what you want to do. How can I fulfill my purpose? Is it an entrepreneur? Is it an employee? Is it a government contract? What is it? You know what I mean? Like all these different things. So Chris, get the book. And I'm not kidding. If you get Audible, you click on a link, you get the download, you can work it out. It's a workbook. And I'm telling you, Chris, it's so surprising. We're so grateful. We're so blessed that this book turned out to be more than we ever expected, to the point that, as you know, it's in Forbes business school of business and technology now as a full, it's in their full MBA program. Thanks, Phoenix. You too. What's up, Stephen Kuhn? All right, Facebook user. I can't see who you are because it says Facebook user. You got to let StreamYard in on the fun. So that's how you find your identity. And I'm not even kidding about that. So back to commanding a room, commanding a presence, knowing who you are. It's those people that know who they are that command the room. The people that are unwavering and uncompromisingly attached to their core principles and who they are as an identity that own the room, right? They own the room. And even those who may own the room with loud, brash things, and they look like they know who they are, you'll see the cracks. As soon as you're aligned with who you are, you see all the fakes out there. You see all those people that are using a title, a position, a rank, or something in order to project their presence. And what you do as a humble alpha, you radiate a presence. You don't have to push it out. You don't have to use a flamethrower to let everybody know you're in the room, right? Dude, I'm telling you, this world, it's Trey. What's up, Trey, man? All right. So check it out. If you really are dead freaking serious about changing your life and finally becoming who you're supposed to be, stepping in and owning your freaking presence in every aspect of life, grab the book. I'm not kidding. humblealphabook.com. I'm not here to sell you the book. I'm telling you, get it. You can get it. You can work it. You can change your life. If you're sitting there and you're saying to me, you're working 14, 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, something's got to change. It's got to change. That is not sustainable. And it's not heroic. It's not heroic to work 14, 15 hours a day. What kind of a family life does that leave you, right? So I don't want to dog you, brother. I'm not doing that. But I'm saying is like sometimes you need a wake-up call, right? People say to me all the time, oh, Steve, come on, you can talk all this because you've made it or whatever. What do you mean I've made it? It's all freaking relative. I live in Hungary and Germany, right? So 2 different places. I'm back and forth. Here, I'm in a village of 2,000 people in Hungary. And here I am talking to you across the world, right? So if I can do what I do here in the middle of nowhere, online only, then you can do whatever you want to do too. I made it possible because I said there's no other way out of it. I'm doing it. Is that the height of confidence? If so, what can you just say? Chris, confidence, you've heard someone say he's overconfident or she's overconfident. We can't be over humble or over present. It just doesn't exist. That's why we talk about the humble alpha and the presence, owning your presence in life. So your identity is amplified through your purpose. And your identity is amplified through your purpose. And that amplification is that radiation we're talking about. You're radiating it. And it's all right, awesome. And so, wait a second. First step is to get the book, learn and apply, but enjoy the process. Yeah, Humble Alpha 2.0. There we go. What's up, Jose? How you doing? So, Chris, it's not about confidence. Confidence is something on the outside. Like people say, I have inner confidence. Yeah, but you can be overconfident, right? You can't be over humble. You can't be over present, or I don't know what you want to call it. I don't think that's even a word. So, how can I say this? Denise, help me out here. So let's see. Every time I open the book, I find it's hard to put it down. Hey, Daniel, awesome, brother. Really, really cool to hear. Really, really cool to hear. Sustainability of that is so simple because it's a click. It's a paradigm shift. Once you realize, you know what? I'm actually pretty damn cool. And I have some really good ideas. And my core values are solid, bar none, right? And I operate on a frequency that is just high. Let it go and let it flow. There we go. I love it. Right? I said that to Jesse in Peru when I put a crystal heart on his chest when we were working with San Pedro. That's funny. Once you get to that point where you realize who you are and your purpose, you gain that certainty, it's so easy to sustain because you're not trying to do anything. You simply are. It's a state of being, right? It's a state of being. It's not, again, everything on the outside. Everything on the outside, okay? Think about it. Everything on the outside is an interpretation of what you have on the inside. So what does that mean? It means you can change it anytime you want. But the inside is what stays. The outside changes. You can change the outside whenever you want. The inside stays. That's where the power is. That's where the true core of your essence of your being is. So once you uncover, it's already there, Chris. You don't have to change it. You don't have to find it, sustain it, or anything. It's already there. And once you realize that and you acknowledge it and you recognize it and you uncover it, then it's there. And then you uncover what's already there. So you don't have to sustain it because it's there. It's a state of being, brother. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's owning everything that you do uncompromisingly. And of course, we talk about life enterprise, creating space, the HIT principles, investing in relational capital, and quality of life. Let it go, let it flow. There we go, Chris. Right? We talk about all that. And I'm not saying it's easy, but if you grab the book and you actually do the work, you're going to be like, I can't believe I waited my whole life to do this. There's some people that read the book, the first page, they're like, oh my God, I get it. I get it. It's that simple. It's literally a book written probably at eighth or ninth grade level. That's it. And then there's action steps like do this, what do you do this? Here's 5 answers. Do that. It's like, it makes it that easy. And that's why it's become a course. Get out of your own way. That's right, Denise. Make it easy. Get out of your own damn way. Exactly. But how do you do that, right? How do you do that? You let go of all of the outside crap that you think that you have to do because everybody and everyone says that you have to do it. That's it. You got this. I know you got this, right? Hey, Chris. Awesome, brother. It was me. Hi. Oh, Beata. Hey, grüß dich. Or, hi, how you doing? I keep wanting to speak German with you. Also in the UK. Awesome to see you, Beata. You got this, right? You got this. Grab the book if you don't have it. If you haven't, you haven't read it, read it. If you've read it and not done the work, read it and do the work. Telling you, changes lives. All right, you got this. This is your weekend. Straighten it out. Make a decision. As of today, you're flipping that switch and you're moving on. All right, everybody? I got a client with 85K products. Can't automate SEO for that. I haven't found anyone I can trust to delegate. Well, you know where that trust comes from, right? It comes from trusting yourself first. You can't trust others until you trust yourself. Not saying that's your case, but typically that's the case. If you can't find someone good enough to delegate a simple SEO task to, then you don't trust yourself. Or scarcity mindset. Brother, you got this, man. Delegate it. All right. You got this, Beata. Let's rock, Joe. Let's hear it, man. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic one. Buongiorno, Joe. Thank you so much, man. Joe's a buddy living in Italia, Bella Italia. Beata's from Slovakia, I think, or Slovenia. Lives in the UK. Jared's an ex-Marine, lives in America. Chris is in the UK. Denise is a New Yorker. Yeah, look at it. We got the whole world here today. Jose is from Texas. Daniel, where you from? I forget. Yeah, all right. Mirza, sorry, I don't know where you're from. Didn't think about that. Michael's from New York or Jersey or was in Maryland or something. I can't remember. Yeah, the whole world is here, man. It's awesome. Thank you so much for coming in. It's Poland living in Ireland. I'm sorry, Beata. I got that totally wrong. But at least I got you to right? So, okay, that's just up the algorithm. Mirza, Vienna. Cool. Stimmt ja, genau. Richtig. That's right, Vienna. Okay, everybody, have a fantastic one. Go out and get it. Make it yours. Have a fantastic one. Tomorrow's my 5-year-old daughter's 6th birthday. Can't wait. We have the blow-up castle sitting right outside now, ready to go out there and have a fantastic time. Michael, DC, there we go. All right. I was close. Yeah, exactly. Michael, good to see you. Everyone, good to see you. Have a fantastic one. Remember, it's all about quality of life. Go out and get some.